Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings of all ages, welcome to game number 1 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Can you believe it? The date is the 19th of January, 2022. It's a Wednesday. We start things off on Erangel this evening. And 17 delightful teams from all over Europe will now be competing for your contentment, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely delightful stuff. We are back in 2022 with the Pro Scrims, and here we go. It's going to be roughly a 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock playing path, maybe a 3 to 8 o'clock if we're being a little bit honest with ourselves here. Playing path. It's very much a southern skew. We've already got people in chat. Remember Mutant Hill? Oh my god. I'm just saying, when you get attack stock on the Mutant, it's not that bad, guys. People give it a hard rap. It's all right. And already we have a couple of teams landing in similar locations. Let's go ahead and take a look at Entropiq and Vanir, who are slightly ahead of them, looking like they're going to be long shooting to Yaz. Yes, they are. Entropiq are very happy to just grab the vehicle here and then head straight on out to wherever they're going to be moving. There we go. That's QB and Ivas safely away. You got, don't worry about the players drowning off on the right-hand side, guys. These are the coaches. We allow the coaches, of course, in to observe these sessions. So the idea is it's technically a 5-man team in these training lobbies, these scrims. And we get all of the coaches to drop in the 5th person spot. And then they join their teams respectively. Now we have Justice and Ding very close to each other. Justice and Ding both around Ferry Pier. And, well, there's quite a lot of history with regards to looting Ferry Pier because we've got... I mean, yes, we have Sale. Yes, we have Isadika. But honestly, it's Senya and Bestoloch that I'm sure people are going to be very, very familiar with in this kind of situation. Shro getting extremely close to Senya to begin as well, which has got to be at least a little bit concerning. Give me some gunshots, by the way. I want to make sure that the in-game audio is roughly in tune with what we're hearing on stream. If for any reason it's out of balance, remember guys, the stream is on a 10-minute delay. I will fix it. You know what? That sounds okay, actually. I think we're all good. If the in-game balance sounds off to any of you guys, let me know. And we'll sort that out a little bit later on. Bestoloch actually going down to begin with. And that's a big problem indeed. Meanwhile, FaZe Clan are also engaging. Are they actually engaging though? No, not really. They've managed to get SakuraZ's Novik, but that's about it. It looks like they've got Farm and Milta. So we're going to stay with this battle for now. Bestoloch manages to get rezzed by Sadika there. And Shro moving all the way up to where Senya is. Let's get on board with him. Very, very aggressive at the moment from a positioning point of view. And he hasn't fully confirmed where exactly this player is in the house in front. Although he is throwing the nade behind, which is the correct decision. I did not think that nade would result in an insta-knock. This is big. Justice can definitely push now. And Sale goes down as well. That's Justice up 2 in a matter of seconds. Remember, Bestoloch has already gone down once. He doesn't want to go down again, especially with his nearest teammate, Sale, already down. Sadika might be trying to go for the revive here, but it could end up being tricky. Molotov coming in with, I think that's a flashbang. It is a flashbang in Bestoloch's location. He has got a red dot on the barrel. I'm not sure if he's actually got a grip or anything like that yet. It might be a thumb grip from the looks of things. And he's struggling. He's a little bit off to the side here. That's the rest of the team now going down. My bad has gone down now, which means that it's Bestoloch versus the world. Here comes in Shro. I can English sometimes, I promise. Going for the final kill. Will he get it? Yes, he does. Ding eliminated first. And Justice win the battle for Ferry Pier. My bad is going to be able to get rezzed. And as a direct result of this, they move ahead with all 4 alive. Wow, okay. Well, that was an intense battle to start off with. And that's because phase number 1 as well, conveniently, more or less centering on them. We've got fire just to the north of them as well. That's all good. By the way, just to let everyone know, I can now reveal the news I had before the start of the game. Dids is currently playing for FaZe Clan. And I just want to let you know, Fex has a power outage, okay? Hopefully, Fex will be back for game number 2. So that's why we have the coach for FaZe playing here in game number 1. I've also had confirmation just now that we are going for 3 Erangels followed by 3 Miramars today. So we now know what the maps are going to be as well. Nice! Thanks, everybody. We have Team Liquid. Oh, dear. Scouting out SakuraZ in this compound. Jeeves might want to think twice about that, but he's on 9 hit points. And Nixie says absolutely not. That's a bit of scouting they probably didn't want to do at all. Mixie also can't exactly sneak in either. Smoke coming out to immediately loot before the rest of Team Liquid can go ahead and get organized. Svetlana playing with the team today. Svetlana, Klib, Jeems, and Nixie. Team Liquid now 1 down. 5.5 minutes into this game. Teams rotating in. Very much a southwest main island circle here. A lot of these tend to end around McDonald's and the nearby sort of fields. We could even go into Primorsk as well. There is the slightest bit of chance for the esports circle action. We could end up on Sosnovka Island, but that would be insane. Like, is it possible? Yes. Is it desirable? Probably not. Is it likely? Also probably not, but that's what makes it fun sometimes. TL now going to be scouting out these compounds north of Quarry. Shouldn't actually find anyone here. Mixie's in a safe position. They might just hold the hill rather than grab one of the buildings. Explodes are coming up the other way thinking about this, though. Jazavashku, Michael, and Miraku are now in here saying, you know what, we fancy a piece of the action, and it's actually uncomfortably close to Team Liquid. Well, they hear the shots, but they haven't seen anyone from TL just yet. If TL poke their heads, oh dear, above, they'll definitely notice someone there, primarily because the bullets lodged in Klib's body right now. So they'll be moving on back. That's Enterprise at the moment. Yanni managing to get Jacka from Toxic Players. Dedrix will finish that off for 1 kill. Enterprise on the 1 point so far. As far as how everybody is rotating in. Oh, yes, I've actually got my hotkeys working correctly. There we go. We can see Allan Oil grabbing the quarry area. Toxic Players are going to be moving a little bit closer to Team Liquid. And we've still got Entropiq, Rise and Win. We've got Vanir. We've got mForce. Why isn't the mForce logo showing up here? That's weird. Should be. Anyway, they are still outside of Circle. And GRINDMORE are going to be going via Millie Island together with Digital Athletics. DA, Huerth, She Created, Rupture, and Schiller repping the Turkish organization today. Yeniden, of course, on standby when they get a chicken dinner. I know how these scrims work, guys. I know what the fans want. I got you, don't worry. Just going to be checking for a little bit of a bridge cam. Won't find anything, and they will continue to move on up. FaZe Clan also moving into zone. So Team Liquid effectively abandoning that hill position and saying it's a little bit safer to have a bit more hard cover. So they're going to take this one east of the sort of quarry hill. Digital Athletics will continue to move across the bridge. No real opposition there. Artix has found a Graza. That's going to be delightful. Justice starting the game with 4 kills, remember. Now getting a free crate drop. Thank you very much. Absolutely wonderful stuff for them. They'll be super pleased. And now maybe taking a little bit of a look. You have to be careful, though, because Artix is super close to where the rest of his team is. He's looking at Glasshouse right now. And they should see the Digital Athletics are there or thereabouts. They're actually crashing into this very building. So there we go. And they will have a little bit of an idea. FaZe Clan just north of them, ending up having to go on the hill instead. They definitely heard those vehicles come in. That's Allan Oil and Fire. Let me see if we can take a look. We can indeed. That was from Feynotto as well. He's on the Scrims host account, for anyone wondering. This is Feynotto from Allan Oil. It's him, Evil, Fuzzface, and Party Beasel. So if anyone's wondering, where's Fuzzface? He's not on FaZe. Well, he's right here today. We've got Entropiq coming. They came in late, remember, and they actually got free kill. Now, Enterprise are so split. It's a little bit unsurprising that after the first knock, they won't be able to go and res. Dedrix actually getting caught out by Vanir here as well. Hopefully he gets in a vehicle and is able to move quickly. I don't think he wants to get into any sort of extended firefight with these lot. Enterprise need to regroup, and they need to do that ASAP. She Created. Oh, hello. Oh, we are being very adventurous here. 41 damage onto Big Mac. And of course, Big Mac, with the 3 bun layers, can absolutely absorb more damage than other burgers. Although other burgers are still available. Why can't they name them? Why can't they name themselves after burgers? I want FaZe double quarter pounders, what I want. Oh, God, I'm getting hungry now. I need to stop. Right, FaZe moving in. She created. Possibly going to get some pot shots on the way out. Yes, indeed. Taking a look at Gustav, Big Mac. Who are we going to try for first? A couple of headshots out of the vehicle would be just nice. Thank you very much. Not quite getting the dasher there, but that's okay. Digital Athletics should, though. They now have this hill position. Taking a look back towards Glasshouse. That's where they crashed initially. Nobody there, so no one's backfilled them as well. That's important. And the reason they're looking back there is because teams can do exactly that. GRINDMORE actually coming up behind them. So, good game sense coming out there from Digital Athletics, even though nobody is there yet. FaZe Clan now on the move. All four going out. 80 on just over 50 HP. Won't be ideal. Avoiding that massive bump on the left-hand side. Gets hit once more. 80 now, unfortunately, down to one hit, effectively. He gets hit in the car now from behind. He could be absolutely toast. They're going very close to where Team Liquid are. If I were them, I would pause in a dip or something. Oh, no. I have a feeling 80 might not have long to survive here. 24 hit points, trying to get away from the compound. Somehow, he manages to avoid it. And I think, are they going to be forced to crash? I think they are. The rest of the team might be struggling here. Leosh manages to get the knock onto 80. Big Mac goes down as well. And that's two players from Toxic Players going down. Gustav gets the trade onto Team Liquid. The rest of Liquid now are going to be pushing in. Clip now officially gone. Mixie coming in. Big Mac trying to get res dizzed. Is he going to have enough time to do that? He is not. And that's one more member of FaZe Clan in here. Team Liquid have backup. Going prone in the back room. Where's a molly when you need one? Gustav holding his own grenades. And he just threw one. It looks like that was a flashbang. FaZe Clan eliminated. Team Liquid able to complete the job. But I should point out that Toxic Players did a big chunk of that work as well. And unfortunately, they're getting third-partied by Entropiq right now, who've come over the hill. They've heard the commotion. They've gone, what's all this about? And then they promptly said, you know what? We'll take care of this. Thank you very much. Leosh goes down to Tepak. Unrelated to Tupac. Sakura knows there was a fight in this compound and they're pulling up as well. This is super prio by the looks of things. Another crash. Is this game number 1 or game number 6? Just checking. They must have known that another big fight happened here. Oh, and Mixie does a beautiful job to wrap around getting High Man to begin with. Unfortunately, he gets knocked himself and now it's all down to Svetlana. Svetlana or Shedlana is going to have to deal with this 1v2 against SakuraZ. Mixie gets finished. Toxic Players now coming in. Svetlana has to hope now, I think, that they're in a position to mop up once all of this is complete. Toxic Players look like they've taken the adjacent building. Are other teams going to crash? We've had like at least 5 different teams be interested in this compound so far. Ferry Pier, in the meanwhile, is just starting to heat up as well. Digital Athletics are looking at Justice and GRINDMORE. GRINDMORE, of course, came in behind Vanir across the bridge, and everything looks like they're able to at least split Ferry Pier right now. But it's these 3 squads right here that are particularly interesting to me. Phase 3 has now popped. Very interesting. A southeastern shift. Not something we see that often. And suddenly Fire are looking just that. They are going to be very happy with their position here. We might see mForce move up on them as well. mForce into the adjacent compound. And if they hear a lot more fighting and a lot more names in the kill feed, they could end up coming in as well. They're under attack by Entropiq on the top of the hill. No one else rotating in beyond Entropiq. No, we've got QB here and Lukarooks basically playing rear gunner on the north side, which is why they don't worry about this so much. They found Explodes on the west, and that's kind of their only competition in this space right now. So these guys are doing all right. Keep an eye out for Entropiq later on in the game. They're unlikely to get backstabbed. They've got all 4 alive. They're in a decent position. They got a couple of kills, and everyone else is fighting, and they're sort of going in and cleaning up. So that could be fun. Poor Rise and Win, after getting those beautiful sort of northwest of Quarry compounds earlier on, now have to completely shift where they're going to the opposite side of the circle. That's Svetlana, unfortunately. That's Salty finding the kill there. Okay, we might not have been able to last that long. So FaZe Clan and Team Liquid out very early indeed. In the meantime, Allan Oil are pushing in, and they do not care one bit. This is Team Fire that they are trying to investigate right now. Clayzilla manages to get Feinotto down. Fuzzface trying to hold an angle to prevent the flush. Feinotto is just outside. Looks like Clayzilla's just going to take a moment to heal. Finoto has to go around the boxes. Oh, no. He needed to go around the boxes, unfortunately. The smoke trying to prevent the flash. Really, really good stuff. So if Clayzilla goes around here, you can't actually see Finoto still there at the moment. Excellent smokes there from Allan Oil. All eyes on Clayzilla, though. He finds him anyway. He goes around the other side. Wades gets evil. This is suddenly turning around. Ironic is about to bleed out. No. Oh, getting caught by Wades at the very last second. Really nice stuff. And now we have Fuzzface right there. Unfortunately, he comes in from multiple sides, and that's Fuzzface out. Clayzilla, the only player left alive right now. Party Beetle is looking to come in and bob up. Will he be able to? Through the window. He knows it's a 1v1. Oh, did he start reloading? That's got to be a misclick. That's Allan Oil out, but that was a misclick. I reckon Party Beetle should have won that. And Clayzilla is going to be able to get his teammates revived. And that is a 3-player alive at the end of that engagement. Team Unique now pushing into where Enterprise are. I say where Enterprise are. Enterprise have been so split all game. They've got 2 players left in a shack middle of circle, so it doesn't look like this was any more than a single scout. Team Unique will be able to take this compound and split it with a fire. We've also got a couple of seconds left until we see phase 4. Or is that phase 5? Let me check. No, it's phase 4. Semi-Toxic trying to push into the farmhouse building instead of just keeping the compound split. And it looks like he's paying the price for that. Salty and Nixie still up. It's now a 2v1. Entropiq might decide now is the time. Here comes Witless. Entropiq are indeed crashing here. They're saying we want to be the second team to deal with this right now. Oh, and Tepak immediately... Oh, no, he's blocking the rest of his team from going in because he is actually occupying the entrance here. Luca Rooks manages to get Witless, and as a result, toxic players are eliminated. Are they going to be able to save the player outside? Yes, Tepak manages to get inside as well. Who was that shooting? Was that Entropiq from up north? It can't have been. That's them. It must have been Vanir? Got them miles away. It could have been Yanni, actually, to be fair. Maybe it was Janny. That makes a lot more sense. So it's now Entropiq versus Sakura. Here, Lucarux gets a beautiful nade down, and I think they have to push it. They know multiple members of that squad were down in the past. They were close enough to see them in the kill feed. Now is the time to move in. Trying to push up. Manages to get one. Actually, Nixie getting the finish onto QB. And that was a case of Lucarux not being able to get around the side of QB quite fast enough. It's basically blocking the stairs. And that means that Entropiq are going to live to fight another day. And now they are shooting non-stop at Vanir, trying to make sure they don't want to come in. Vanir, though, they're more keen on taking this open position in the middle of the circle. This is phase 4 now. Vanir are almost dead center. Although dead center perhaps isn't a good term to use in PUBG. You don't really want to be dead anywhere. But at the moment, unless Explode see them from over there, they look like they're in a decent spot. The tree cover here is okay. Unless someone pushes into them, we should be good. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's Entropiq behind them. So they're going to want to smoke, and they're going to want to come around back here and move up. And the moment they move up, we've got Vanir up top. So GRINDMORE have not got themselves into a good position at all. The only way out here is through. If they're able to knock a couple of members of Entropiq and rotate south and attack Vanir, then fair enough. Justice now have had to move out of a ferry pier. They are on the southern edge. We've also got Digital Athletics now moving in on the edge here on the southeastern side. Where on earth are they going to go, actually? Let's keep an eye on them for a while. Where are they going to go? Oh no, poor GRINDMORE. This is not good. This is not good at all. Digital Athletics managed to get a couple of kills there. That's 2 knocks onto GRINDMORE. Looking for more through the smoke. We'll get Box Bob confirmed. That's confirmed from Huth. And I see Vanir up top as well. The problem is they're right on the edge, but they are getting some decent damage done from this position here. Phase 5 has now shifted brutally north. And sadly, this compound east of Quarry that Rise and Win have worked so hard to get. Guess what? They're gone. Vanir still holding the most central position, but they're looking pretty open. Do you have to think of a way to move out? They've used a fair number of their smokes. Remember, they still got some smokes, but they have used a few to just stay in this position. So they will have to get out of it soon. Unique and Fire also in these compounds basically going to have to move out. Fire technically still have this 2-story, but if they stay here, unless they have the vehicles really, really well hidden, it's going to be hard for them to push out of here. Maybe up the hill. I'm trying to work out who might see them. Enterprise over there might see them from the shack, but that's unlikely. Maybe, actually. Maybe I spoke too soon. And if Justice moved, they've actually got the hill here. So maybe they're okay. Maybe they're okay indeed. Entropiq now have a delightful position on the northeastern edge. My God, that's a car park and a half. Guys, if you are wondering how many teams crashed this compound this game, I feel like this is a decent illustration of exactly what's gone on here. Holy cow. GRINDMORE now eliminated from that position. Digital Athletics doing an awful lot towards that, but now they're going to have to... No, don't inherit the GRINDMORE position. That's where they got ground to dust. Digital Athletics with nowhere to go, and I get the feeling they're going to be a little bit trapped here. I don't know that inheriting the position of the team that they just wiped out is a good idea, because frankly, about 4 different teams could see where you were. I am a little bit scared for DA here, but maybe they see something in this position that I do not. Evas has been taken down. Luca Rook should be able to get the revive on the northeastern edge. And now Team Unique, they're pushing into Justice. They want to be the team that occupies that house. Very well cooked nade from a doozy. No damage done, though. Looking for some pretty sweet grenades, I have to say, onto the first floor, but Shro is nowhere to be found. Into the ground floor as well. My bad not getting any damage done as a result of that. A doozy now, I think, is out of nades. Everyone else, they're still here. Yanni actually getting flamey. That's off screen. That's Vanir in the background, so not in this house. That's a completely separate fight, but Wade's has now gone down to My Bad. And My Bad with that Groza from earlier. Starting to make it count. More Molotovs to prevent anybody from coming in. And Justice holding on for dear life. Enterprise, remember, those were the 2 players in the shack on the eastern side of Phase 5. They're gone now. Shro finding Dante from a different angle. My Bad gets a doozy as well, but unfortunately, the rest of them then now start getting pushed in. Molotov down as well. It's down to Shro. What can he do? Whoa, hello. Wasn't expecting that. You won't be expecting this behind you. And that's it. Justice eliminated in 7th place. Team Unique survived with just the 1 left. Exposed. Exposed? Explodes. Now exposing. Rise and Win potentially in their position there. Great double headshot there from Jazza. Can we pause for a second to talk about that spray? That's a headshot into a double kill while he wasn't even on full health himself. Jazza, absolutely fantastic spray. Great teamwork from Explodes there. They win that team fight, and it looks like with Vashku being able to get rezzed, that's 4 up with all 4 alive and 15 players total left alive. This is good for Explodes. Very, very good indeed. mForce, in the meantime, they've had a relatively quiet game, it has to be said. But a quiet game where they've managed to preserve the utility. They've got all 4 players left alive. They're in Phase 6. There's only 5 teams total remaining. A lot of things at the moment are going pretty well for mForce, it has to be said. They're going to be reasonably pleased with where they are now. Tepak going out for Entropiq. Remember, that was on the northeastern compound trying to come in. So double, managing to spot that from the high ground makes a lot of sense. And Vanir now. I think they have the highest ground of anyone left in circle. Let's take a look. Wow, 3 teams with similar colors. I'm so glad they're not identical. You've got mForce, you've got Vanir, Explodes, and Team Unique. Unique have a single player. Everybody else is a full squad of 4. So we're going to be playing atop this hill, ladies and gentlemen. To the east of Quarry. That's going to be where this circle will end. Oh. Didn't mean to do that at all. Sorry, here we go. Faultlessly now. Trying to take on a couple of members of Explodes. We saw Jazza earlier. Jazza with that godly spray. That was delightful to watch. Oh, Jazza sees Faultlessly from that tree on the left-hand side. Faultlessly hasn't seen him back yet. Choosing to stay calm for now. That's got to be a different team. He's reasoning to himself. It absolutely is. Do you want to incur the wrath of two teams at once as a solo player? I mean, some of these guys, they'll do it. These folks are absolutely mad. Spots Michael in the background as well. That's good eyes. And yes, he's going to incur the wrath of Vanir. Not sure he should have taken... If it were me, I would not have taken those shots. That's also why I'm not in this lobby, to be fair. Or I am, but as a spectator. Lol. Right, here we go. Phase 7. 8 o'clock hard shift. Explodes. Looks good. Miracu just holding an angle on Faultlessly, not needing to do anything other than that. They've got the whole of the southern side of the circle to themselves. They've been holding this position for the last 2-3 in-game minutes. There's no real need for them to push out anywhere else just yet. There might be come phase 8, but for right now, they should be completely happy to stay exactly where they are. Jazz is continuing to give updates where Faultlessly is poking his head up. Oh. Miracu saw Faultlessly there. There's not that much in terms of cover. That is a fantastic flashbang from Faultlessly. He tries to go up to get Miracu, but he gets counter flash. And that is Michael with the elimination. Team Unique are out. We're into our top 3 here in game number 1 of the PUBG EU Pro Scrims. In the meantime, Vanir have been getting, like, they've been knocked a couple of times, but I think they've spread it quite well throughout their team. I'm not sure I can say the same thing now, though. Double, who's gotten 4 of their 5 kills so far, has just been taken out. Duff by the cars had a delightful bit of aim there with the SLR. And Flame, he tries to get an angle on him. He does, but he then has to turn around when a teammate actually goes for him, and Duff managing to get the headshot to reply. This has got to be mForce's cue to potentially go. Vashku, in the meantime, for Explodes, is now taking a look on the left side. And it looks like he just wants to get information on where these guys are. Okay, he also wants to get a lot of information on how easy it is to down them with a 2x on a Scar. And it turns out, for Vashku, that's doable. Okay, everything is literally exploding. Now, Vashku is a single player holding this angle, by the way. Basically trying to stop these guys from pushing out this way. And that means everyone else can focus on the Vanir sandwich. Vanir eliminated in 3rd place. This is actually really good for Explodes, provided Vashku doesn't go down. Vorix then with the frag grenade means that Vashku is down. And now, wow, we're going to see Michael do the... This is what I would call the Joro sprint. So my role on a team of PUBG, okay, is to heal everyone else who can do good damage, carry their meds for them, and tell people where the circle's going to go. I know my place. But Michael was possibly going to do an absolute marathon to go ahead and revive his teammate. That's not going to be possible now as Vashku is out. This is now suddenly a 3v2 in favor of mForce. I thought Explodes were about to wrap all over this, but I guess Vashku holding that. That's why holding that position is so important. Michael are getting a beautiful drop onto Vorix, and I get the feeling... Ooh, ever so slightly too far to hit the rock, but that's all good. He gets finished off. It's now a proper 2v2. No, it's not. Duff comes back up. Duff comes back up. So it's once again a 3v2. All eyes on Michael. He's going to be fighting Dogza in just a second. Jazz is a little bit further back. And they could be playing for phase 9 here, you know. Explodes almost dead center. Explodes are thinking, we have the numbers disadvantage, but we also don't have to move. Oh, I couldn't quite see him through the smoke. He caught a glimpse. Glimpse is all he's going to get, Dogza. Around that rock. He knows it. Flashbang out. Both players moving now. And from the trajectory of the flashbang, I think Michael should be able to work some of this out. It's Michael versus Dogza on the one side and Jazza with the 1v2 on the other. Jazza has to play for time. He can't! Tiz has found Michael and suddenly it's a 3v1 on this side, so it's down to Jazza to see what he can do. Jazza fight. That's so important. Unfortunately, Tizza gets Michael at the same time. Jazza needed to try and take some of the heat off his teammate there. He did, but unfortunately it was as his teammate got knocked. If he gets this knocked, it's all over. But if he dies, it also is mForce, ladies and gentlemen. Will go ahead and win game number 1 in tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims.